What's the craziest thing you've witnessed at a family gathering? My cousin Jasmine had just had her first baby, a little girl named Noelle. My aunt and uncle decided to host Thanksgiving at their place so everyone could meet the baby. This was the first time our entire family had been in the same room in like 5 years. I'm talking grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, the whole deal. Everything started pretty normal. My Aunt Rita was basically refusing to let anyone else hold the baby. The mashed potatoes were lumpy. My cousin Mikey was already arguing with Uncle Dave about whether crypto was a scam or the future. Standard Thanksgiving chaos. Then Grandma Carol, who's 83 and has zero filter, looked at the baby and said, "Noelle, huh? Wasn't that your dad's old girlfriend's name?" The entire room went silent, like someone had hit pause on reality. Jasmine's mom, my Aunt Lauren, literally froze with her wine glass halfway to her mouth. Jasmine just blinked and said, "Wait, what?" Grandma Carol, completely oblivious to the bomb she just dropped, smiled and kept going. "Oh, sorry, maybe I'm mixing people up. The one he dated back in '99 when you two broke up for a few months." Jasmine slowly turned to look at her mom. "You and Dad broke up?" Aunt Lauren tried to laugh it off. "It was just a short break. Nothing serious, honey." But Grandma was already deep into story mode. "I remember because he brought her to Christmas that year. Pretty girl, blonde hair, real quiet. I honestly thought they might get serious." I watched Jasmine's face just drain of color. Her parents had always told this perfect love story about how they were high school sweethearts who never looked at anyone else. Jasmine's middle name is literally Faith because they told her their love gave them faith in everything, or some romantic garbage like that. Then Uncle Dave, who clearly doesn't read rooms well, said, "Wait, didn't that girl get pregnant?" That's when Aunt Lauren stood up so fast her chair almost tipped over. "We are not doing this right now." But it was too late. The entire family was staring at Jasmine's dad, Uncle Rick, who had turned the color of cranberry sauce. Jasmine looked like she might throw up. "Dad?" He rubbed his face and finally admitted it. Yes, they broke up for about 6 months. Yes, he dated someone named Noelle during that time. And yes, she had gotten pregnant, but she told him she miscarried a few months in, and then they just lost touch after he and Aunt Lauren got back together. The room absolutely erupted. Aunt Lauren started yelling at Uncle Rick for never mentioning this. Uncle Dave and Uncle Marcus started picking sides. Aunt Rita was still holding the baby, but now whispering to my mom, "Someone needs to check Facebook right now." My mom pulled out her phone. I watched her type something, scroll, then her eyes got huge. She showed Aunt Rita the screen, and Aunt Rita's jaw dropped. There was a girl named Noelle Harrison, born in May 2000, living 2 states over. Jasmine had gone completely quiet. She just stood up, took her baby from Aunt Rita without saying a word, and walked to the bathroom. I heard the lock click. The rest of dinner was a disaster. Half the family left early. Uncle Rick and Aunt Lauren had a screaming match in the kitchen. Grandma Carol kept apologizing even though she clearly didn't understand why everyone was so upset. The week after Thanksgiving, Jasmine messaged that girl on Facebook. I know because she told me later. She sent a simple message explaining who she was and asking if they could talk. Noelle responded within an hour. She knew about Uncle Rick. Her mom had told her years ago who her biological father was, but she'd never reached out because she figured he didn't want contact. Jasmine drove 4 hours to meet her in person. They got coffee, exchanged baby pictures, childhood stories. 2 weeks later, they did a DNA test just to be absolutely sure. 99.8% match. Jasmine had a half-sister nobody in our family knew existed. Uncle Rick tried to reach out to Noelle after he found out Jasmine had made contact. She told him she needed time to process everything. Aunt Lauren filed for separation 3 weeks later. Our family hasn't had another Thanksgiving together since.